Good evening. My name is Deirdre Jacobs, and I'm the Assistant City Manager here with the City of Riviera Beach. I'm taking this opportunity on behalf of the City Administration to just welcome everybody out to this special event. We want to make sure that this experience is a good one for our community, as it is a very new and engaging opportunity for us to do something special for our youth. We all know that our children in particular are our most precious asset. So with that said, I want to welcome the Hope Dealers to the City of Riviera Beach and to ask Shirley Lanier to come forward with additional comments to be able to better explain this opportunity and how it will provide for a great opportunity and experiences for our children. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is hot. Thank you all for being here this evening. I'm very, very, very excited about this organization. The Inner City Innovators, or the Hope Dealers, is an organization dedicated to mentoring youth and bringing a new model for how we deal with violence in our community. As you know, the City of Riviera Beach, as in other communities across the country, have had to grapple with how to decrease violence in our neighborhoods. And we also know that it would take more than the police to deal with these issues. I've started working with the Hope Dealers about a year ago. I wanted to thank the young lady who works with me in my office, Chanel Gordon. She's here. She has been instrumental in bringing the Hope Dealers and helping us to work this out. Ms. Jacobs, the support of the council. We have Councilwoman Tashawa Miller Anderson here. And we wanted to thank all of our council members for agreeing to allow Hope Dealers into our city and to be able to duplicate those good works that they're doing in the city of West Palm Beach. The time has come for us now to address the violence in our communities, and we're making a step in the right direction to combat this violence. I'm working with this program and other nonprofits to address the violence, the lack of job opportunities, and food insecurity in our communities. And people, we're going to keep this train going. Please join me in welcoming the Hope Dealers Riviera Beach Edition.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ricky Aiken, and I'm the founder and executive director of Inner City Innovators. And I just want to start by saying, it is my saying that real change happens when the people who need it lead it. So often, when we see the violence that's ravishing our communities, we think that people are apathetic to it, but we're not. I believe there are young people who see the madness going on in their community on a day-to-day basis, and they want to do something about it. And that's why we're here. Our mission is simple. It's to inspire and empower inner city youth to embody the change they want to see in their community. We can't empower a young person unless they're first inspired. But if they're not inspired or empowered, how can we ever expect them to embody the change we desperately need in our community? I'm from West Palm Beach, and this organization started because I had grown tired of losing my peers to gun violence. So my peers and I we started to do something about it, and that's how this organization was born. So it's an extreme honor to be here. I'm not here to save Riviera Beach. I'm here to help identify young people that I could empower with the game plan that we use so that they can save their own community. Because that's the only way we're going to see change around the country in cities like ours. Real change happens when the people who need it lead it. Next up, I want to welcome my right-hand man, my program director, Norman Austin, to say some of the things y'all should be looking forward to.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Norman Austin, and I am the programs director for Inner City Innovators and the Hope Dealers. So as we transition into mentoring and recruiting in Riviera Beach, you'll see my face more often in some of your heavily concentrated areas of violence in Riviera Beach. So be familiar with my face and a couple of more of our volunteers that we have as well. We'll be walking through the streets trying to recruit young men to join our program here at the Brooks Center. So if you see my face, if you see anybody wearing these Hope Dealer shirts, just know that we're here to empower the community and make sure that the young men are getting the mentoring services that they need and any kind of additional help that they may need as far as programming, job placement, just staying out of trouble, getting mentorship. This is what we're here for. So with that being said, I'd like to thank Riviera Beach and the city of Riviera Beach for welcoming the Hope Dealers and the Inner City Innovators for allowing us to come to your city.
And it wouldn't be right if I didn't call up one of my superstars of a mentee up to ask him, come on up, Javen. And Javen's a superstar. When we met this young man, like he was literally the if you're gonna make it out of the hood, you didn't want to be him. But seeing the transformation and the way he really took hold to what we were trying to instill, he's now the most outstanding mentee in our program, and he leads from the front, and we couldn't be prouder. So Javen, I want to ask you a question, one question. If Hope Dealer Mentoring has done anything for you, what would that be? What has Hope Dealer, being a part of this mentoring group, done for you?
Hi, everybody. The Hope Dealer, the Hope Dealer Mentoring and Inner City Innovators helped me with a lot. They helped me want to overall switch my life around, because growing up, I looked up to my brother because obviously my father wasn't there, and my mother did her most and all, but she couldn't do everything because she was a single mother making her way, working 2 jobs, doing the most that she can. So she couldn't teach me everything. That led me to want to look up to my older brother. And now my older brother doing his best, trying to tell me everything was right from wrong. He didn't live the best life either. He had it harder than me with my mom before I was born, because my mom struggled a lot growing up. So eventually he started doing the wrong things, and he wasn't what you would call a saint. He did bad things before, but he always managed to somehow tell me what was right from wrong. And eventually I just started spiraling off. My mom was constantly at work, so I felt like I could do whatever I want. I constantly got into fights at school over things that had nothing to do with me. It was probably someone throwing shade at my brother because who my brother was, or my cousin was, or who my brother was affiliated was. And it was not a day that Rick or Norm had to pick me up from school. It was literally every day they had to pick me up from school. It got to the point where the school called Norm. Norm already know who he had that came and pick up. It was that bad. But eventually, as time led on, Rick and Norm stuck it into my head that if I wanted to really make it out the hood and be something, I had to grow up and be a man, a young man, and lead my environment, because it was kids my age and older that didn't want to, and if they did, they felt like they couldn't because they felt like they were already trapped in the hood. And over time, eventually, I had enough courage to ask Norm and Rick. I told them I wanted a job, and my first ever job was Burger King, and how I got it was Rick helped me fill out my resume and everything, so did Norm, and Norm set me down in a room, and he went over and over questions that the interviewer asked me. He made sure I got it right, made sure I spoke proper, made sure overall I was myself at that too, which led me into getting my first job thanks to Ricky and Norm, which shows what they do, which is teaching us right from wrong and making us growing a young man and taking that chance of growing up and taking that chance and not being afraid or shy of taking that big step. And they also helped me get my second job after I left Burger King, and my third job, which I'm at right now. And they continue to show me the way and everything, and they're just a big help. Even Rick and his girlfriend Marley even helped me get my first car. They donated a Chevy Impala to me, which was a big deal in my life. I was that kid. I was that kid. I was the youngest with the car, and all thanks to them. And overall, they just showed me how to have empathy, resilience, and every other good thing out there in the atmosphere.
So if we're nothing else, we're committed to each and every person that joins our program. We tell them you're not joining a program, you're joining a family. And it's a big family because we hope to connect our Riviera Beach Hope Dealers with our West Palm Beach Hope Dealers. And when these instances of violence occur, you got people who are trained and know they want better and are willing to be a part of embodying that change. So as Norman said, we really would like to thank the city of Riviera Beach and all the council people here, Kashamba, she was one of my teachers back in the day. And like it's a miracle to be here, and we're excited to be here. And thank you again for this opportunity.